Hey wine lovers, welcome back to my wine diary. I am super excited to film this video for you today for a few reasons. Reason number one, this week being my wedding week, I'm getting married. I'm so excited. I am literally in the last stages of prep work as you're watching this video, so congratulations to me. And reason number two why I'm so excited to film this video today is because it's about one of my absolute most favorite types of wines, Cava, or Spanish sparkling wine. Now, before we jump right into this video, if you still have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. On this channel, we do everything wine-related reviews, tastings. I do educational videos, some fun videos, all wine-related for you. So if you want to be notified of my new videos coming out every week, make sure to click on that notification bell down below. And of course, if you have any comments at the end, that comment section is wide open for you. Now, I have my own bottle of Cava here with me. This is a Cava Brut, and it's from the company Poema Winery, or Poema Cava. They do all sorts of wines, and I've collaborated with them recently. I really, truly enjoy their wine. It's in a very reasonable price range for about $10 or $13, $15. That's where their bottles range. You can find some really good quality, traditional method made Cava. So give it a go. If you see it in stores, I'm pretty sure you can find it on some of the wine sites as well. So very inexpensive, very good tastings, and the price tag is superb. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, Cava is our dry sparkling wine from Spain. And up until 1970s, it was actually referred to as the Spanish champagne. And it's then when the French wanted their name back, and with that came all sorts of legalities. And as you know now, you can't call a champagne anything else but the types of wines that are coming from the Champagne region of France. So winemakers have got to be careful nowadays. Now, the word cava actually means cellar in Catalonian or in Spanish, which makes sense because that's where their wines are made. Now, let's dig into some history here. Ever since 2008 financial meltdown, all of the wine lovers around the world were trying to find a more affordable option to their beloved champagne. So in 2013, the Italian Prosecco, where the second fermentation happens in a stainless steel tanks and reduces the cost of production and the bottle at the end very significantly, finally outsold its French competitor. But this video, of course, is not about Prosecco, so if you're still looking for a very affordable alternative to your champagne, you should definitely give Cava a go. Cava is actually one of Spain's most popular exports, and very much alike Prosecco, if you're willing to spend a little extra on a bottle, you will be very pleasantly surprised with the quality. Now, as I have mentioned before, Cava is technically a Catalonian sparkling wine, so if it's made locally, it acquires some really interesting aromas to it. So some earthy undertones. The palate in general on the nose will be just blooming and beautiful if the grapes are indeed local. And when it comes to those grapes, very many different grapes are allowed to make Cava. So of course we have our staples, we have Xarello and we have Macabeo grapes, but then also Pinot Noir and Chardonnay that are used to make champagne can be used to produce Cava as well. So it literally all depends on the winemaker, on the vineyard itself. So if you see a bottle of Cava that mentions different grapes that you've never seen before, give it a go. Keep your mind open. Now, despite our cheaper price tag, our Cavas are still made in a traditional method, which makes them very similar to our champagnes. So what happens here is the yeasts are actually removed from each bottle, and a sweeter reserve wine is added to each bottle as well for that second fermentation to happen within the bottle. Now, the amount of that sweeter wine that's added to the bottle later will determine whether our Cava will eventually be sweet, semi-dry, dry, or extra brut, for instance. And as I'm still talking about the winemaking process, I should mention that rosé Cava, which is a thing, it exists and it's beautiful too, usually happens by adding Cabernet Sauvignon grapes or Grenache grapes to our mixture as well, and then we'll leave those skins in there for just a little bit to extract some of the color and get that rosé wine. So on the nose, our Cava is again super similar to our champagnes as well, and is extremely different from Prosecco too. So here we definitely catch more citrus, we get some hints of pear, We get some mineral undertones too, so remember those earthy flavors that you get from the local grapes when Cava is produced. So that alone makes it so much closer to Champagne than Prosecco, for instance. I shot a couple of videos that I think you may enjoy if you want to check them out. So one was sparkling wines for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is now behind us, but sparkling wines are still there. So I actually dig into Prosecco, Champagne, Cava, all of the notes, all of the tasting little buds that those wines have. So everything is described in that video. Check it out if you're interested. And then I have one more video that I will mention down below in the comments, and that is all you need to know about Champagne. So if you still haven't learned all the facts, all the little tips and tricks about Champagne, check that one out as well. But remember that on the nose as well as on the taste and the method that the sparkling wine was produced, our Cava is super similar to Champagne. I have one more fun fact to share with y'all, and that is mostly for my Europe-based viewers. So if you live in Europe, just know that you guys are a little spoiled, and especially around London and in Spain in general, you have a lot of Cava bars. So those bars are specifically dedicated to these Spanish sparklers. So once the lockdowns are over, once we have some freedom back again, go ahead and check them out. Tell me what you think if you've ever been to one. I'm super curious and I wish we had one here as well. But those are definitely up my alley. Oh, if only I had one. And this is everything, you guys. This is all I had for you for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some new things about Cavas. And if you still never tried it, if you've never heard of this awesome sparkling wine, give it a go. It's so affordable, it's so delicious. And if you're willing to spend just a tiny bit extra, maybe something within $20 or $30 a bottle instead of 10, you will be so surprised. So please let me know if you like Cava as much as I do in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, cheers everyone.